Good evening, campers, and welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm Commander Exorcist. The Space Engineers 2 Alpha has been out for a month now, and we're finally ready to move into the next phase known as Vertical Slice 1.1. In this video, we're going to break down some of the projected features of Vertical Slice 1.1, and I'll show you some interesting promotional material shared by Keen Software House demonstrating the new V-Rage 2 Planetary technology. It's stunning, and you don't want to miss it. Let's get started. Engineers throughout the community have long since demonstrated their impeccable skill for creating unique and wonderful designs. One of the most exciting elements of Space Engineers was the ability to create ships, ground vehicles, and entire worlds to be shared with the community. Vertical Slice 1.1 will finally introduce that feature into the Space Engineers 2 Alpha. The addition of the Steam Workshop will enable us to take our creations and share them with others so that they can fly our ships, drive our vehicles, or simply to run them into each other at extremely high speeds. You know, Space Engineers style. Vertical Slice 1.1 not only promises workshop access for blueprints and worlds, but pivot controls are also getting a refinement to give engineers a greater precision control when copying and pasting. The coolest part of this feature is that now when you copy, cut, or create a blueprint, the pivot point will be automatically set to the initial target block. Pasting the blueprint will highlight the original pivot block to give the engineer a clearer picture of potential placement positions. Additionally, the snap size of the original pivot point now determines the default snap size of the pasted grid or blueprint. This is going to be especially important when positioning and pasting composite structures onto an existing grid. The developers also shared new progress on planetary bodies using the V-Rage 2 engines, including a stunning new example of how ground-based assets will be rendered. Instead of rendering geometric trees for the entire field of view, V-Rage 2 creates what the devs call billboard imposters in the distance to trick the viewer into thinking that the forest horizon goes on forever. You can see it in action in this brief video provided by Keen. The trees you see in the distance aren't really there. They're just flat, low-resolution placeholders designed to make it look like the forest goes on and on forever. It's a cool trick that takes full advantage of the limits of our tiny human brains. Another visual trick designed to improve game performance is animation culling. In this case, animated assets cease their animation routines when they move a predetermined distance from the player camera, as seen in this gyroscope example. Now, of course, the gyroscopes in the final product won't stop spinning if you move this small distance away from them. Instead, the devs have modified this scene to give us a clearer example of how it works. These tricks are long-standing tools of the trade for developers who want to squeeze additional performance out of their engines without compromising the game's visual integrity. And now, for my favorite part of the recent updates, the water dam experiment. This short video shows the effects of volumetric water flowing down a canyon and over the top of mountains after the user deletes a dam. The water seamlessly flows down the canyon pathway before spilling over medium-sized mountain ranges, forming a new lake. Honestly, this is the feature that I'm most looking forward to in Space Engineers 2. I'm counting the days till I can build myself a boat, go sailing down a river, only to decide that I don't want to sail anymore so I can activate the boat's ion engine and go flying high into the atmosphere. Additionally, work continues on the overall planetary tech functions and visuals as well as modding support, which will arrive in Vertical Slice 1.5. Overall, progress continues to move smoothly in Space Engineers 2. The alpha, so far, seems to have been a success in its initial launch phase, and we've already seen some incredible works of art from the engineers across the community. Now, we remain patient and steadfast in preparation for the arrival of Vertical Slice 1.1 and beyond. And who knows? Maybe there will be a few surprises in VS 1.1 that weren't mentioned in the recent press release. Hey, don't judge me, okay? A man can dream, can't he? Well, that's all for this Space Engineers 2 update. I'll be back next time when we learn more about the next Vertical Slice and our progress toward the future. Until then, if you enjoy my content, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below to tell me what you're most excited about in Space Engineers 2, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Commander Exorcist. Take care, Fly safe, and I will see you out there. Good night, everybody.